It's 3 wins from 3 for Arsenal now. I didn't realise this until yesterday, but they're only 3 points behind Chelsea. I mean, I'm not getting carried away. I'm not getting too... Well, I'm getting carried away, but...
Well, Chelsea about 8th, though.
Well, this is true. But Chelsea a week were title contenders, and Arsenal were going down, and it just shows how tight this season is. I know you want to speak about Kieran Tierney, who I thought scored a brilliant goal and was generally brilliant anyway. I thought Saka once again was really, really good. But I think the man of the match for Arsenal, for me, was Lacazette. I thought Lacazette was absolutely brilliant. He got his 2 goals, but I just think we saw the Lacazette that we had 18 months ago, holding the ball up well, making runs, finishing chances, bringing other players into play. What do you attribute to the turnaround in? Because Arteta is saying that this is how they were performing some of the defeats. He's not. He's saying the performances aren't drastically different. We're just getting the breaks. How do you see it as Arsenal's turnaround?
I think he's been asked. I think he's been asked to work much harder as a centre forward. I thought his work ethic against Chelsea was extraordinary. Battling for everything, fighting for every ball, bringing his opposition or his colleagues into play. Did it really, really well yesterday. Did it well against Chelsea. Came on against Brighton as a sub. His performance levels and his rewards for his hard work was the goals, because that's what I think Arteta wants him to do, to be a much bigger worker. We've talked about centre forwards working earlier in the show. If he does that, Lacazette's a real handful. He's your best centre forward by a country mile for me. As in, looking, you could play AUBAMEYANG there, you could play Nketiah there, but he is your best centre forward. He's clinical. I think he plays, when he's got a bit of an anger in him, he plays really well, and he's showed that in recent weeks that he can be a real player for you. Look, you've got some bright young lads. Tierney was excellent again. Smith Rowe, terrific. Loads and loads of performances. Even defensively, you're far more assured about what you're doing. The goalkeeper looks very, very comfortable.
He's back on form, and it's funny because Lacazette was brilliant. Saka was brilliant. Emile Smith Rowe was brilliant. The one person I thought was really poor yesterday, probably the only player that I thought was poor yesterday, was AUBAMEYANG. I thought he was really bad. There was a chance where I think it was Saka fired it across early in the game, and he slid in late at the back post, and I thought it was a bad miss. I thought he was. I don't know if he was on his heels and was just a yard off of it. But I thought he should be getting there and scoring that, and it kind of epitomised his form at the moment. We know he's a brilliant player, and he's carried Arsenal for the best part of 2 years. But I thought he was the only player that was quite poor, and he needs a goal. He really needs a goal quite badly.
I would say, obviously, he's your highest paid player, and he's been your worst player this season. That's how I'd say.
I think that's fair.
And there is why is he, still there? Because he's a talent and he's going to get numbers. He's always done it all his career. He's going to get goals, but you can look back and say, he's still got us 15, 20 goals. I think AUBAMEYANG is that. At the moment, he's really finding it tricky. For whatever reason, he's not performing well. You'd like to think that's going to come.
Is he performing? You're a former striker. Is he performing well? He's just not being able to finish chances, or do you think his performances, put the goals to one side or lack of goals to one side for a second, are you watching him and thinking he's actually playing well, he's just a bit unlucky? No,
he's not playing well. Look, we've talked about centre forwards this season, not played well. Joe Linton, we had, we go back last season, Aston Villa had Wesley. We've had Sebastian Haller at West Ham, who've not played particularly well. He's been poorer than all of them for me.
Wow.
This season, he's got 3 goals in the Premier League? I think he's got about 3, but he hasn't played well at all. And he's very capable of switching it back on. But I've seen games, and I'm saying as a centre-forward, when he's played centre-forward and played their roles, he's been as poor as anybody in the Premier League.